Don't let anything distract you from it.
Everything Everywhere All at Once, the new film from A24. But is it worth a watch? An Asian Chinese immigrant is swept up in an insane adventure where she is alone and can save the world by exploring other universes, connecting with the lives she could have led. I really knew nothing about this film. I saw a trailer for it when I saw Licorice Pizza, and I did something that I say I don't normally do, but the more I make these videos, I realize I'm kind of a hypocrite because I have been doing this a lot lately, is look at reviews before I see a movie I want to see, or follow up with online chatter with some movies. But with Everything Everywhere All at Once, it seemed like it was getting a lot of buzz, specifically online with different filmmakers praising the film, saying how great it was. And Everything Everywhere All at Once was absolutely amazing. This was one of the most fun films I've seen in years, one of the more unique, creative, and original films I think I've ever seen. I was never bored in this film. I was always constantly engaged with this plot, these characters, these concepts, everything that the Daniels made in this film. It is a film that the more I think about, the more I love. I get somewhat jealous of how well this film was written and the ideas that were thrown in here, how creative and awesome they were. This film is so fucking weird, but that's the best part about it. There are so many strange scenarios, but how well the film is crafted and how well things are presented to us to where we understand certain ideas in this film, everything makes sense. So all the weirdness and all the strange elements in this film don't feel out of place. It actually feels more in place when the film gets even more strange. It all works extremely well. And that is so hard to pull off, especially with these weird concepts I won't go into because it would be spoilers. So these are concepts I feel like could have been extremely confusing and would make your audience lost. But they present it in such a creative and fun way that you're never really confused in the film. There are some things that are somewhat confusing, but overall you understand what is going on the whole entire time. And this film is one of the best paced films I've ever seen. And I don't think I'm exaggerating. Because this film is almost 2.5 hours long and it does not feel its runtime at all. It is constantly going. There's a lot of action sequences. There's a lot of crazy shit thrown at you. And it's all so much fun. There are so many sequences where characters have to obtain some sort of ability and they have to do weird ass shit to do it. And it is so much fun, and it's so fucking funny. This movie is absolutely hilarious. It's a perfect blend of action, comedy, original ideas, adventure, and then drama. This film is extremely emotional as well, and all of it is blended together perfectly. This is definitely a film that needs multiple viewings because there are things that you'll see a second time that will make more sense. You'll catch other details. There's some things I noticed on my first viewing that caught my eye in the background, things like that. And I love films that do that. It's a film that blows my mind that it was even made because it seems like nowadays studios really only greenlit projects that have big name directors behind it or it has some sort of IP behind it, whether it's superhero or Star Wars or anything like that. The fact that this film that the Daniels made, they came up with this original idea. Really fucking strange. I can't imagine what the script looked like. It was probably so much fun to read, but they came up with this idea. They're like, hey, this would really work. And then the studio's like, yeah. The studio like A24 is like, yeah, let's make this really fucking weird movie. And it turns out to be one of the best A24 projects ever made. And like I've been saying, one of the more creative, unique, and original films I've seen in years. The performances were all perfect. They're hilarious, but also very emotional. And that's what this film is. It has so many layers to it. It's an action film, but it's also a comedy. It's an adventure film, but also a drama. And that's what it really is at the end of the day. It's all blended together perfectly, and there's this great emotional message behind everything that they're going for. Everything Ever All at Once was one of the more creative, unique, and original movie experiences I've seen in a very long time. A film I definitely want to go see again, and a film that I beg you all go see because, like I was saying before, We don't see these types of films really made anymore. Something this original and creative and getting greenlit. So I beg you, please go see this film so that a studio can see that a film like this can make a lot more money, and then they greenlit more films like this. Because I can't remember a time where I had so much fun in a movie. And like I've been saying, I definitely want to go see this again. And it's an experience I'm not going to forget for a very long time. I'm going to give Everything, Everywhere, All at Once 9.5 Davey Daves. I know it only had limited screenings, but I think it's released everywhere now. Like I've been saying, please go see it. Go see it, have a great time, and let me know what you think of it, because I am very curious to hear. And thank you so much for watching. Click here to see more of Davey Dave's Takes.